should have free choice. It's going to be at the state capitol near the east side, starting at 10 and going to noon. We're going to have a car caravan from my office starting at 5:30 and driving up there. It's only about a 2.5-hour drive. If you have a car or van, we have more people requesting rides now than we have cars. So please come and join us. We're going up there. I'm going to be one of the keynote speakers. I also have a meeting with the governor's personal director of health issues. I will be presenting to everyone there a new, original, in-depth, completely scholarly, scientifically supported white paper on the safety and efficacy of the swine flu vaccine and the flu vaccine, Part 1. Part 2 will come later. It's already 79 pages. And it will show you that there is no safety or no efficacy in either the flu vaccine or the swine flu vaccine. But you have to see how did we get here in order to appreciate. And every member of the legislature is going to get a copy. And we need people. We're filming the whole thing and going to put it up on YouTube. But this begins the whole campaign. Because if they get away with this in New York, they'll do it in every state. So we've got to stop at New York and then send our information to every state legislator, every governor. Let's go over quickly and say hello to an individual standing by. She is Lisa Rudley. Nice to have you with us today, Lisa.
Yes, hi, Gary. I'm Lisa Rudley from Briarcliff Manor. And first and foremost, I'm a mother of a vaccine-injured child by the flu shot. And I am part of the Coalition for Informed Choice and Life Health Choices and Autism Action Network. And we are inviting everybody up for this very peaceful rally, but very firm rally to share with our legislators that no more, that our healthcare commissioner cannot go and make it a police state for our healthcare workers. And in fact, it's going to be affecting students, nursing students as well. I've gotten many emails coming in about people potentially losing their licenses, not only their jobs, but their licenses. Very worried healthcare workers out there. And so many people from all walks of life will be there supporting the cause, and we're looking forward to it. It's going to be large, Gary. Very big crew. Bring
posters, bring photographs, but remember, if your poster is in alignment with our cause, it is a challenge to show that there's a danger and lack of safety in these vaccines, and we're asking for freedom of choice. It is not to denigrate. It is not to be outside of the limits and rules of decent decorum, and we can make our statement and be polite. We do not need to be vulgar. We do not need to be like some of the people in some of these other rallies that you've seen. That's this Tuesday. And this Tuesday, go to Albany and be at the state capitol building. If you want to come in our caravan, because I'm also going to load it up with a lot of health foods so people have some snacks and lunch, because we're going up to do this and come back, then you'll be at 5:30, but we need to know you're coming. If you're a driver or if you're a person coming who needs a ride, you'll call Mitzi in my office at 646-307-4472, 646-307-4472. I'll see you up there on Tuesday.
Thank you, Gary.
All the best to you and to those that are supporting your cause. Now, before we go into our next hour, let me just mention we have a little special that was given to me just now, and I haven't offered this special before. For all of you who love cooking and raw foods and living foods and gourmet foods and shopping, well, here's what you're going to get today. First, you're going to get a bottle of veggie stuff. Now, what is veggie stuff? It is my contribution to that group of products that are like V8. Now, there's nothing wrong with V8. It's a good product. But this, I believe mine tastes 100% better. Mine is different because mine has almost 12,000 units of vitamin A. It has vitamin C. It has 730 milligrams of calcium. It has iron. And it has protein, 6 grams of protein. It also has lots of good fiber, almost 20 grams of fiber per serving. And here's what I put in it. I have my blend of carrot juice, celery juice, beet juice, tomato juice, parsley juice, spinach juice, lemon juice, lime juice, broccoli juice, cabbage juice, and soluble fiber and my own special formula. Now, this is vegan, it's kosher, there's no salt and soy and dairy and any of that stuff in here. It's called Veggie Stuff, and it's a big serving size. It weighs a pound. You take 1 scoop of this, put this in cold water and stir it around, and you've got the most tasty, refreshing, nutritious drink imaginable. This is not like green stuff or red stuff. This is for those who want servings of vegetables that taste like a V8 but have a whole lot more in it. Now, that's what you get. Plus, you get the beautiful video called Live Foods. Now, Live Foods is the future. And this is done with myself and Roberta Atty. Now, Roberta Atty, in my opinion, is the finest raw food chef in the New York area. She's a great teacher. She's personable. She is original, extraordinarily creative. She's the one who makes the phenomenal raw nut milks and raw nut desserts up at the store. And when they come in, they go right out. And you're going to learn how to make meatball and spaghettis, nut loaf, mashed portobellos with cauliflower, all kinds of wonderful desserts and main entrees. That's one video. And the other is with my daughter, Shelley. And Shelley's a gourmet master chef. And this is about shopping and cooking healthy. And this is a beautiful video also. It shows you everything you need to know about shopping and preparing food. So you get 2 great DVDs and Veggie Stuff. Now, you have red stuff, and you have green stuff, and you have Berry Blast. Well, this is Veggie Stuff. You talk about cooling you down on a good day, this does it. Veggie Stuff is outrageously delicious. Come in and take a sample of it, get a drink of it here if you want it. So call now, and call 1-800-562-0523. 1-800-562-0523. It's regularly $144. You're getting it for $72 plus shipping. The whole thing, just $72, and it all goes to this non-commercial radio station. Again, phenomenal deal. 1-800-562-0523. 1-800-562-0523. I'm Gary Null. Nice to have you with us today. I'm going to give you the latest in health nutrition, and then we're going to start our next hour. In the next hour, I'm opening up for calls. I mentioned sugar's the new heroin. This is from Tom Jacobs, MillerMcLean.com. Quote, "Chocoholism may no longer be a joke. A Princeton University psychologist yesterday presented new evidence that sugar can be physically addictive. Bart Hobel, whose research focuses on behavioral patterns, addiction, and the functioning of the nervous system, has been studying the addictive power of sugar in rats for several years. His previous studies have demonstrated in the rodents one of the commonly understood components of addiction, a pattern of increased intake during signs of withdrawal. In his latest studies, he and colleagues at Princeton's Neuroscience Institute have identified another essential part of the addictive cycle, craving and relapse. In his most recent experiment, lab rats were allowed to binge on sugar, then denied the sweet substance for a prolonged period. When it was reintroduced into their diet, they ate more sugar than they had before, behavior that will soon become familiar to many of the dieters out there. Ominously, the rats increased their consumption of alcohol after their sugar fix was cut off. They also showed extreme sensitivity to a tiny dose of amphetamine. Both findings suggest that binging on sugar changes the way our brains function. Quote, "Craving and relapse are critical components of addiction, and we have been able to demonstrate these behaviors in sugar binging rats in a number of ways. We have the first set of comprehensive studies showing this strong suggestion that sugar addiction in rats and mechanisms that might underlie it." And this was published in the Journal of Nutrition. Now, my thoughts on this. Many years ago, I was the person who was responsible through Trafalgar Hospital in the Institute of Applied Biology, where I was a senior research scientist, not yet the director, a fellow, but the senior researcher, and I had to counsel thousands of people who were going through Trafalgar Hospital and getting on methadone and getting off heroin or crack cocaine, whatever they were taking. And I was using nutritional supplements and counseling, and I would notice the withdrawal symptoms, and then I would notice how they craved sugar. And so then I started working on ways of getting them off the sugar. We would do intravenous vitamin drips and